Cotto from Puerto Rico has moved up to the #1 spot in one world governing body's ranking list, closing in on a potential title shot at 140 pounds, where the kingpin of the division is Costa Tzu, and Costa Tzu may realistically only have a handful of fights left in his career, if that.
There's better news for Cotto, and that may be the return to the ring of Felix Trinidad, which I think could relieve some of the pressure on him in Puerto Rico to be rushed to a place where he doesn't have to be yet.
Larry, why do you say rushed? I mean, he hasn't faced a difficult obstacle in the ring so far, as he's logically moved from opponent to opponent.
I agree with you, but the pressure could grow from the fans there who want to see their next star, and he should be moved on this deliberate pace against better and better fighters, as he is tonight, before he takes on a significant guy in his division. It'll just prepare him not just to fight a top guy, but to beat a top guy.
I think if he gets past this guy, some good grades, it's not like there's anyone out there can beat him. This guy's solid. This will be a challenge for him. That's a big if.
Do either of you think there's any chance that Costa Tzu's people would ever risk their fighter against a rising young talent like Cotto?
Well, if they could make enough money, you know, and they would say, make one huge payday and go home.
Oh,
that left hook hurt Sosa.
Tremendous left hook, up and under by Cotto, and Sosa badly hurt by the punch, as Larry said. Now you'll watch Cotto's finishing skills. A minute left to go in the round. And see the patience of the young fighter as he sets up, throws the jab, just keeps stalking.
He's got his fellow in trouble, and he hasn't gotten wild yet. That's going to be the test. Can you just go back to the basics and finish this guy without getting wild?
Body shot. Sosa not able to throw back yet. Now he begins to throw.
Cotto did not abandon the body, although he has his man hurt. Bobs and weaves and keeps his eye on that body. That's the sign of a great fighter.
I love the way when he has an opponent in trouble, he doesn't pressure them with his hands by rushing in and throwing a lot of punches. He pressures them with his feet by getting closer and closer and closer.
And in position to do what he's going to do. And that frightens you more as a fighter when you know the guy's in position to hurt you.
Almost landed the right-hand shot inside. Miguel Cotto with a dominant round against Victoriano Sosa. There's the left hook that really hurt Sosa in the middle of the round.
You know, earlier in the previous round, Sosa hit Cotto with a crisp left hook. But as you can see, when the bigger man lands, it has a more significant impact.
Let's go. Yeah, you got to be calm. You cut the ring and don't get crazy there. Spit your water out.
Pega y te le va, chico. Y cuando le pegue, pégale duro con el hombro.
Hit him and move.
All right, second tap.
It may be that the toughest fight that Cotto has for the next year or so will be with the scale, because he is a welterweight in a junior welterweight's body. They're keeping his weight down so that he can be extra strong in this division.
Harold, how do you have it?
Okay, Jim, 30-27, 3 rounds to nothing, Miguel Cotto. Jim, I don't know, I may have made a mistake in that third round because of the fact that that's very close to a 10-8 round for Miguel Cotto. I mean, he won it decisively, and you certainly could have gone 10-8. One quick thing, we checked with the Nevada Athletic Commission and the WBC, only the official weigh-in counts. In other words, there's no penalty for gaining 13 pounds.
Now, Cotto is having to reach out for his punches. That's something Sosa has worked out. Should have done earlier. Make him get off that excellent balance he's got.
What kind of adjustment could Sosa make at this point, George?
It's never too late to put your boxing shoes on, stay out of range. You jab. When you're not jabbing, stay out of it. If you're not punching him, don't let him touch you.
Sosa decided to try the opposite, go in and attack and pressure Cotto, and that's what he got in return via counter punches.
Don't punch with punchers. Don't even try it. Don't go there.
Well, he went to the body effectively, and the problem was he stayed in there a beat too long, and he caught something in return.
He caught that left hand on the uppercut again. Look at the bravery of Sosa trying to fire his way out of this thing. Dangerous as he just throws and throws. Cotto picking his spots, though.
Cotto is determined to stay in the body. That's wonderful. Once you hurt a guy and go right back to the body, make certain he can't hurt you if you go next round to finish him out.
He just rocked Sosa with a left hook to the body that moved Sosa about 1.5 feet over.
That Sosa is determined to mix it up.
Is he brave or what?
He is brave.
You see the strength and power of Miguel Cotto. Horse Spadafora and Floyd Mayweather didn't really hurt Victoriano Sosa. This is something entirely different.
Okay.
Sosa can't believe this.
Now he's stunned. No 3 knockdown rule in effect. But it's hard to imagine Kenny Bayless allowing Sosa out of it.
The body did it. It was body punching that made him faint.
George, what a performance.
This guy is the #1 contender in the world right now. Doesn't matter who it is. If I was a betting man, I'd put my money on Cotto.
Miguel Cotto has tremendous skills, great presence,
patience,
enormous control of himself in the ring. And, you know, we said it at the beginning. Larry mentioned it. I said it. That guy's 23 years old. How many times do you see maturity like that?
I thought they were just setting him up. You know, Bob Arum, feed him. The guy's good.
Yeah. Oh, no, he's good.
Do we need an interview?
So Miguel Cotto shows emotion for the first time as he says, woo, celebrating his devastating 4th-round knockout victory over Victoriano Sosa. He knocked Sosa down 3 times in the 4th round. After the 3rd knockdown, Kenny Bayless stepped in and said, that's enough. You can't say enough about the bravery and stick-to-itiveness of Victoriano Sosa, who kept trying to go in and go at Cotto, following, obviously, a plan to try to get to Cotto's body and demonstrate his vulnerabilities, but it was, at the end of the day, the wrong plan, because every time Sosa tried to step up his aggression, he got met with the whirlwind in return.
Yeah, it's the old saying, don't play around punching with punchers. You mix it up with them, they may land 1 to your 5, but you're going to get the worst of it.
George, we've been sitting together a dozen years, and I promise you, 20 years from now, I'll still hear you saying, don't punch with a puncher, don't follow a puncher around.
Don't. All of the worst thing that could happen, and this was body punches that just made him fall. It was earlier the body punching, just on top a little, just a little. And what an excellent display of body punching.
Well, and you know, I mean, we could talk all night about all of the many qualities Cotto displays, but I go back to the balance. He's always under control.
Spare balance. They should name him, his middle name should be Balance. He's never off balance when he's throwing those shots. Gets back,